wait. We ran out of line.
What?
Alright. Thanks. The spider was included here. Hold on, the wheels. Oh, the wheel's turning.
Oh, well, we got a rod. That's nice. What is up, everybody? Today we have a very special video. I bought one of my favorite cars ever made. I had one of these a couple of years back. I sold it, and this is the next project on the channel. Stay tuned and I will tell you guys all about this beautiful car. Let's go, baby. This is the new project car for the channel, guys. This is a 2003 CL55 AMG. Extremely special car. This thing was about 120 grand brand new. I got this car for 3,800 bucks, but it does have one downside to it. It has a hole on the side of the engine, on the block. So what we're gonna do is rebuild this car, bring it back to life, and we're actually gonna spruce this thing up so it has about 700 horsepower. This is an extremely beautiful car. Nice quad tip exhausts. This is a monster. Beyond excited for this project because this is one of my favorite cars ever made. When I got this car, the interior was beyond filthy.
Flashback.
I just wanted to show you how filthy the interior is. There's a random rock sitting on the dashboard for, I don't know what reason a rock would be doing inside of a $120,000 MSRP car. This will all clean up real nice, but it's crazy the extent of like what somebody let this get to. Look at this. This car's absolutely filthy. You can't even see, these are nice AMG floor mats, but you can't even see the logo. Spark plugs, hose clamps. Yeah, no, this definitely needs to be cleaned out. A nice layer of dirt. That's insane. A spider. Spider was included here. But first, before I start doing anything with this car, I just want to get it cleaned up a little bit. Quite possibly the nastiest car I've ever seen.
3 weeks later.
Everything here was piled up with leaves. So I did vacuum a bunch of those leaves. I did clean this car up a tiny bit, but I have not pressure washed it at all yet or anything of that nature. This is a monster on wheels. These carpets actually cleaned up pretty nice, but we got a lot of plans for this car. We're gonna paint a lot of the engine parts. Let me actually show you guys the engine bay. Engine bay. Here we have a extremely special engine. This is a M113K. This is a hand-built engine, 5.4 liter V8 supercharged, but it has a hole underneath on the side of the block. And our plan is to take this motor out of here. I bought a 5.4 liter M113 block from a CLK55. You're getting this correct. This is out of a NA 5.4 liter CLK55 AMG. So this block is from a non-supercharged. I got this block for 300 bucks shipped. The cylinder walls are in nice shape. We're gonna take the internals, whatever's savable, because the crank spins, meaning just because there's a hole in the block doesn't mean that all the internals are fried. A lot of this stuff is still usable. And swap everything over onto here and a few other things. I'm gonna show you guys some parts I bought for this car. When it actually comes time to rebuilding this engine, we're not only gonna rebuild it just to put it back to stock, we're gonna spruce this thing up with a 68mm pulley from VRP Performance. Essentially, this is a clutch delete pulley. So we're gonna get rid of this clutch and we're gonna essentially run a fixed pulley. So this pulley is gonna be always on. Then we're gonna do a few cooling mods. This car has very special suspension. This is 3000 PSI active body control, they call this. This is a 3000 PSI hydraulic suspension system that always keeps the body level. So no matter how fast you're going, what dips there are, the body is always supposed to stay level. Downside is the suspension leaks. When we pull the engine out, we're gonna take and redo a bunch of these hoses with new fittings and new rubber lines, so they're rated for a higher PSI rating. But as you can see, the suspension has coolers. It has a reservoir here. It has a power steering / suspension pump. It doesn't even use sway bars, this suspension. It just uses level sensors to compensate for the sway bar. S55, CL55s. I've driven them to the moon and back, and I've never seen one blow up, you know? So I'm actually really surprised. Okay, guys, we're pretty much gonna replace and get rid of all of this chrome. We're gonna paint all this chrome here black, gloss black, all this. And as much as I could find, I bought original Mercedes gloss black badges. We're gonna just replace that. I'm gonna get rid of these tints on these taillights. I think somebody just sprayed these on. I heard brake cleaner works really well, so we're gonna test that out. I guess if it does work great, I'll make a whole separate video showing you guys how to remove spray on tint. So guys, I got an extremely insane deal on this whip. A good buddy of mine bought this and he sold his S55 and didn't have a need for it. So I bought it off of him. Pretty much I got this whip for free. You can't blame me for not for taking it. But this is gonna mount up on the bottom here. Part of this bumper where it's cracked. It's actually gonna cover it up. That's gonna look real mean. It's gonna look a lot more mean and aggressive. And I got another really cool surprise for you guys. You guys are gonna love this one. I ordered some Euro clear markers because I'm not a big fan of things that are just tinted and blacked out. The tinted taillights are also gonna go back to original. I'm just not a fan of like light stuff being tinted. But the badges, I do like a blacked out look. We got some beautiful gloss black badges for the sides right here. The beauty is all in the details. Couldn't forget about this. I don't know if you guys are ready for this one. You may ask, Damien, what do we have here? We got something extremely special, guys. We got some Brabus 20-inch wheels for this baby with a beautiful Continental Extreme Contact tires. Mainly, I just needed to get some wheels because these tires are so dry rutted, the rears don't even hold air. These tires have perfect tread. They're two-piece, the OEM Brabus wheels. Well, let me show you these wheels. Okay guys, so here we have some Brabus monoblock V wheels. These are authentic Brabus wheels, two-piece setup. I got these wheels on Facebook Marketplace for 700 bucks. And I got all four of them. Tires pretty much have brand new thread. As you guys can see, these tires are beyond dry rotted and unsafe. And the rears don't even hold air. But yeah, no, these are some extremely nice wheels. Extremely rare set of wheels. Super hard to find any kind of Brabus stuff. When you're making a car go fast, making it go fast is one thing, but making it stop, extremely important. Which is, this car stops without a problem. It's got 8-piston brake calipers that are found on Lambos, Ferraris, McLarens, a lot of high-end performance cars. This car shares those same brakes. It's got 8 pistons in the front, meaning it's got 2 brake pads on top, 2 brake pads on the bottom, so 4 brake pads total. The rears here have a 4-piston setup, kind of like on this Porsche, just 2 pads. See, this Porsche has 4-piston all around. This has the big boy brakes in the front. But as you guys can see, safety is number one for me. When I'm making a car go fast, I want safe wheels. I don't want some knockoff garbage. And I don't know if there's anything on this earth that I would trust more than Brabus, or to me it's like equivalent to OEM. Made in Germany, 9.5 by 20. Okay guys, before I dive into pulling this motor out, I could not resist myself from actually replacing this grille. This is the new one, this is the old one. That is a lot nicer. Let's slap this on because I'm about to remove this bumper, start removing the whole front end. But before I do that, I really want to slap that on and see what this car will sort of look like. 3 8mm bolts at the bottom here to remove it. It's 1, 2, and 3. Let's put that new one in and see what it looks like. Not sure about you guys, but that looks a million times better. It took me a while to get this garage ready for this kind of work. None of this was here. This is all very recent. I got a workbench, a little vise. I organized all my wrenches. Everything it's a little bit of a mess, but it's organized for the most part. Started investing in a bunch of nice Milwaukee tools. Make the job a whole lot smoother, funner, easier, more pleasant. Okay guys, we are ready to pull the engine. I did not film a whole lot of this because this is just a lot of tedious little stuff that you have to disconnect, drain, remove. Pretty much disconnect fuel. I disconnected the harness, disconnected all the connectors in the back. A lot of ABC lines were in the way. I took the entire front end off, all the coolers. I had to drain a lot of fluids. I had to drop the front section of the exhaust. I had to take off a cooler right here for the oil. There's a cooler for the suspension, AC condenser, actual radiator. The reason why this takes a lot of extra time, one of these is the ABC. It has all these extra lines running for the suspension. From the power steering to the suspension, it's all one pump. Disconnected the drive shaft. I took torque converter bolts out because when the motor is out and hanging on the chain, you don't really want to be underneath that, taking the torque converter bolts out. We disconnected the starter wiring, pretty much everything we need. So let's actually pull this out so we can start rebuilding it. Alrighty guys, after playing tug of war with this engine, we got everything out. What we're gonna have to do now, disconnect the transmission here from the actual motor itself. Beautiful M113K on the stand and ready to be worked on. I got another block right here and we have a massive hole. Cool. Oh, well, we got a rod, that's nice. What else can we pull out of here? Oh, we got a piston chunk. Ooh, we got another rod. Nice. Very nice. Damn, this one is snapped in half. Wow. Alright guys, if you want more updates, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna be dropping a whole lot of content. I'm gonna be dropping a whole lot of content on this car. It'll be a lot of awesome and amazing videos. We're gonna learn a whole lot. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you on the next one.